Yeah, I just tried to record this, but it just stopped recording for some reason. So hopefully, if it just does this again, I'll give up. Um, so I decided to do a video about where the Black Plague, the Black Death came from. These are my old glasses. I lost my new ones earlier. I'll find them. But Black Plague. I figured out that the Black Plague is a natural defense mechanism against the attacks of Bigfoot. Ba-bum! Yeah, so that's why that's an original video. You know, I normally don't do videos. This is what I said in the other video that got deleted, or that stopped recording, is that I normally don't do videos. Probably should have put a shirt on because I'm so out of shape. But yeah, I normally don't do videos. But I had to do this video because it's so original, you know, because I realized I made the scientific discovery that the Black Death, Black Plague came from the attacks of Bigfoot. So let me explain how I came from this to this idea. What happened was, I was sitting around and I was thinking, like, I'm really high, so I can't remember exactly how it came around, but I was like, I think I was like, somebody wants to kill me, and I was like, well, somebody chops my head off, there'd be a lot of blood. Oh, no, that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking, dude, I'm just not going to be able to record a video in one shot. It's just not going to be possible. So if it just suddenly stops recording, well, if it suddenly stops recording, I'd lose everything. I think this time, what happened this time was, I'm talking, and then all of a sudden the screen started to dim, and I was like, oh no, don't screen dim. So I moved the mouse, and I think when I moved the mouse, I accidentally hit stop. So I'll put the stop button way the fuck off on the corner. Okay, so yeah, I don't think that's what I was thinking about. I think what I was thinking about was oh yeah, Kurt Cobain. So I was looking at that, and he blew his brains out, and then everybody got pissed off at some guy, Filter, because he wrote a song, and right after that about a guy blowing his brains out, they thought he was making fun of Kurt Cobain, but he's like, no, it's about this other dude who did it on video, and you can watch a YouTube video of it. So I watched a YouTube video of it, and this old guy put his gun up like this at a press conference and shot himself, and so all this blood's coming out of his mouth, and it was like a river of blood just kept coming out, just from his brains. And so I was like, dang, that's a lot of blood. And then I started thinking about how in history books you hear about history books, and a lot of the times people who were there, they describe rivers of blood, and you know, and how there's thousands of people who die. And so if you think about that, like thousands of people getting their heads snipped clean off, and then they fall down like on a slight decline, and then all these horses run over them, you know, and we're all like 70, what are we, like 90% water anyway, and out of that it's like 75% blood is what we are. So we're just bags of blood, okay? So it's basically like snipping the tops off of all these bags of blood, like 100,000 bags of blood, you know, on the big battlefields in China. When the Mongols took over Beijing, it was like that. And so, yeah, I was thinking about that, and I was like, that's a pretty crazy environment, you know, to be in. Because it's a very intense, you know. Blood is like that magical elixir. You know, it's like the gold of the universe, you know, blood. Because it has all of it's like energy condensed or something, you know, it's what fuels us. So, yeah, so it's a crazy environment. And so, but it's an unnatural environment. And so, when all that blood coagulates, all those rivers of blood would go to the lake, and they create lakes of blood. And so, since that's such an unnatural environment, I think I had the idea, the stony idea, that was nature's way of, because that's an unnatural, and it's like the only way that would happen is if so much blood was created. See, this is through the eye of like the creator who created humans. You know how different animals have their different defense mechanisms, and you're like, wow, how'd they come up with that? Like octopuses put out the spray, and the porcupines and the bees with their stingers, and they all swarm you. So maybe it's a natural defense mechanism, magically spit it. So it's like, uh-oh, like, why is there pools of blood? Well, all these people getting their heads chopped off. We need to do a defense mechanism against that. And so somehow the mechanics of it, maybe like with all that blood, has a certain enzyme, and so it could, if you put that much together, if that old enzyme could all like gather in one place and create like a magical thing, kind of like diamonds created under millions of pounds of and zillions of years of coal, So you make that magical thing, which is the Black Plague. So I think the Black Plague came from a lake of blood in Beijing, from the Beijing massacre or whatever. And then, some survivor went by and was pillaging for, taking golden bits out of people's teeth or something like that. And lo and behold, they caught this Black Plague that was created from the pool of blood. And then they traveled. That was during the Mongol conquest. So the Mongol conquest, maybe they brought bodies back. But over, because they were conquesting for 100 years or something. So it migrated over to where they were besieging a town in Crimea Peninsula. And they're hurling bodies over it to give them Black Plague. They were actually deliberately spreading it. And so they got it, and then some of the merchants escaped and went to Venice, and then some rats got off that were infected with it, climbed down the rope from the boats into Venice, and then it spread throughout all of Europe, killed like half the people in Europe in the 1350s. So yeah, I think it's defense mechanism, because it kills everybody. It's like, uh-oh, this is unnatural. What would kill all these people? Some crazy monster who's killing everybody, and not just slaughter, wholesale slaughter. So we have to fight back because we're not winning. We need something else. So, but then you might think, well, no, that's just karma or something. That was because it kills humans too. But humans can figure out what causes the Black Plague and beat the Black Plague because they're smart. And so we just clean up our environment more and figure it out, and we kill the spread of it that way. But what animal would kill all the humans and then get infected with it and then not be able to fight it off, and then it would just end up killing all of them? That would be a dirty beast, like the Bigfoot, because they're hairy and they're nasty, and they like sleep and without helms and stuff because they're hairy, like bears, right? And they're not quite as smart, right? But they can kick your ass because they're bigger and stronger, and they just kill you. And so that's our defense mechanism. They come in, they make the rivers of blood, and then we make the Black Plague with our blood, and then they all die, and then we survive because we know how to stay clean. And there you go. And somebody might be like, oh no, but that's just karma for just, for normal humans doing it. Well, like I said, normal humans can figure out themselves to fight against it. And I'm talking in circles. It's because I'm high. So now, maybe the next thing to do is to find out exactly which battle it was that made that river blood. Although there were so many, it could have been any one of them, or a lot of them. So there you go. There's my new video for a while. I had to do it. My skin, I'm like aging. My skin has got these like bumps on it from all the years, I guess, of like squeezing myself. But I'm growing my hair out. But anyways, this isn't to be a vlog video. This is just my personal philosophy. Stoner philosophy. Stoner philosophy. That's how you discover things. Stoners are just like, oh, I got it, eureka. Alright, peace out.